There are stories going around among Steve Harvey's comic companions and associates that he is having a difficult situation in his profession. These individuals won't hesitate to call him out on what they see as terrible conduct. Feline Williams, perhaps of Harvey's most notable opponent, has been exceptionally open about his questions about his kindred comics, saying that Steve has a ton of terrible things in his wardrobe. Yet we've been hearing these reports for some time now. There have been consistent bits of gossip in the past that Steve Harvey abuses his staff. Williams has said that he thinks the family quarrel star is terrible to his group. Briefly, how about we discuss that stunning reminder that Steve shipped off his staff? It spread out severe principles that made individuals discuss how revolting he was. The mysterious reminder let us know that Harvey didn't need gatherings in his changing area, visitors who weren't welcomed, and severe guidelines about who could converse with him. He wrote in an extremely discourteous manner, "Don't open my changing area entryway, assuming that you thump on my entryway. You will be taken out. Individuals who need to see or converse with me cannot remain at my entryway as a result of my security group. Shut down every one of the ambushes right now." All of that incorporates television individuals. Harvey said that he could have taken care of the case diversely, assuming he had understood what he knew now, while protecting the letter. He was irritated that individuals would come dependent upon him without an arrangement, even at lunch or in the passage when he was separated from everyone else. There's something else to it besides that, however, as Feline Williams calls attention to, and Steve Harvey is brimming with terrible I can't find any new jokes from Steve. He is by all accounts excessively occupied with issues. Individuals sued Harvey in November 2015, saying that he adjusted his perspective on leasing a personal luxury plane, while more and $400,000 worth of fixes were all the while being made. The purportedly made changes incorporated another rug, revamping the seats inside the lodge, planning custom seats, and adding new walls to the lodge. Today, these accounts are old information, yet Feline Williams, as of late, rocked the boat again on Shannon Sharp's Club Show. William expressed many stunning things about the business, and one of them was that Steve Harvey might have become renowned by doing obscure things like venturing over individuals' heads that isn't keeping down anymore. He's made huge cases about Steve Harvey. He says that Harvey took material from Imprint Curry's show in the wake of neglecting to hurt his companion Bernie Mac's vocation and take his part in a film. Williams thought Harvey wasn't sufficient to be a celebrity and let him know you were unable to be a famous actor. Consistently, 30,000 news stories are written in Hollywood. They didn't request an individual of color from the country who can't talk well and seems to be a potato head. This is the kind of thing Steve Harvey won't represent, since you may definitely realize that he could do without it when individuals censure him. When Williams said that Harvey tore down Bernie Mac and Imprint Curry, it truly hit Steve on the hamburger nerve. Individuals near him say he lost it. Imagine a scenario where you think Feline was simply focusing on the injuries of his repressed bad blood against Steve, while others concurred with Williams' tale about Bernie. The popular DJ Ed Darling appeared to back up the humorous guarantees that Steve detests Bernie. The show that came out a couple of days prior supported up Williams' story, particularly about how Harvey treated Bernie Mac's sweetheart, said that Feline Williams was intended to be on the rulers of parody, yet she turned down the proposition due to how Harvey treated Macintosh. The thing Feline Williams said about Steve Harvey calling to attempt to get Bernie's part in Seas 11 and different things like that. Bernie let me know directly from his heart. I think Bernie MC let him know that Steve Harvey could have done without him. These new subtleties shed light on potential issues in the stand-up satire business. Specifically, they put Harvey in an extremely terrible light with regards to his previous Lords of Satire collaborators who were likewise ridiculing him. Feline Williams stunned everybody when he went on Club Shay, yet he saved a large portion of his resentment for Steve Harvey home. He has loathed for quite a long time for taking all that Harvey has done, including his jokes, thoughts, and even books, appears to have been taken from other splendid individuals. Williams and Sweetheart's cases and disclosures give us an investigate how the parody local area functions. They recommend that Steve Harvey is a frightful and exploitative individual who needs to excel by betraying individuals. Many individuals appear to concur with him. As somebody put it, everybody is off base about stuff. Even individuals on programs could have done without him due to how he acts. Certain individuals don't merit what they have, most don't have what they merit, said another person. The first is Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey and different joke artists appear to have been in conflict with one another in light of the fact that they had various methods of making individuals giggle. While every other person was buckling down on their own material, Steve was taking different comics work during the Lords of Path Rhodey visit. This caused Bernie Mac to choose to head out in a different direction, which caused a split among him and Steve Harvey. There have been bits of hearsay for a really long time that the two joke artists didn't get along, and presently individuals like Cedric the performer are expressing that there were genuine battles between the alpha folks. Cedric concurred that Harvey and Mac had various perspectives, yet he focused on that their conflict significantly affected the entire visit and had even exacerbated the individuals from course. Cedric is as yet pleasant to both Bernie and Steve, yet it seems to be everybody realizes who is to be faulted. In 2003, Bernie Mac conversed with GQ magazine and said that Steve Harvey was desirous of him and attempting to prevent him from getting specific film jobs, particularly the well-known C11 section that Harvey needed for himself. When Bernie got the part in C's 11, Steve evidently attempted to reach out to the Chiefs to say that he would be a superior fit for the part. To his failure, he was turned down. Harvey is said to have feared being found out, since Steve might not have had the option to eclipse Bernie Mac, as he was said to have attempted. Yet another story comes up about imprint Curry. Feline Williams says that Steve Harvey landed the position on his show, The Steve Harvey Show, after imprint Curry, who said that Steve took his jokes and style a similar Steve who took all that imprint Curry possessed. Subsequent to going to watch his entire sitcom imprint, Curry himself once said that Steve took something, and it was a kid about Halloween outfits. Curry said Steve was said to have utilized his work on both radio and television. Imprint Curry said in his meeting that he was extremely miserable, and that Harvey's demonstrations were costing him cash. Curry said he conversed with Harvey about it and advised him to quit bringing in cash off of Harvey's work. Man, you didn't have to do that. Great job, mother effer. You brought in sufficient cash. You had sufficient cash for that reason. Are you on my stuff? This isn't whenever that individuals first have said Steve Harvey took jokes. Feline Williams himself called Harvey out before a Christmas show in December 2008, which prompted a furious contention. Williams tore down Harvey on the radio, and at the time, Jamie Foxx, who was a radio personality, played a clasp of Williams' awful talk. Harvey called to discuss what was happening and said he didn't have the foggiest idea about what Williams had said. Williams said Harvey probably won't be the Lord of Parody anymore and advised him to prepare for the battle in front of an audience. The entertaining battle didn't occur, however. Harvey has additionally had contentions with different craftsmen on television. For example, Monique. During an episode of his show, Monique discussed some agreements she had with Harvey and said she thought he wasn't backing her up when she was in a battle with Tyler Perry and Oprah. Harvey's choice to keep his cash pack, as opposed to aiding a sister in need, was freely reprimanded by Monique. This additional to the awful story and out-of-line treatment of individuals of color in Hollywood. These occasions make individuals can't help thinking about what Steve Harvey did in the background and assuming he might have played an unexpected game in comparison to the one he shows in open, ongoing occasions might hurt his standing for tell the truth, and bits of hearsay have of it that Steve is going to lose it due to Felines cases. Fans are discussing everything over the world. Not in Hollywood. Steve didn't actually respect the mother of his kids, said one individual. What's the significance here for his regard for his